Hello, this is Sarah Juliuson, the website Doula, and today we're going to talk about featured images for your blog posts. Now, the featured image is the image that's going to show when you share this blog post on Facebook. So the ideal size for this image is going to be roughly 1200 pixels wide by 630 pixels high. And that means it's a horizontal orientation. And so as you look for photo options, you need to discern if that's going to fit well within that size range. As well, you want to make sure that your image in some way graphically represents the subject of your blog post and ideally doesn't feel too incredibly stocky, right? Something that fits the color scheme and the design feel of your website. So the first thing we're going to do when looking for the blog post featured image is typically I go to Unsplash. Now I'm going to pretend that I have written a blog post about breastfeeding. Let's say I'm a lactation consultant and I need a featured image about how to get a good latch with breastfeeding. So I've actually created this collection on feeding baby in Unsplash. These are all photos that are free to use. Attribution is optional but encouraged, and there's a wonderful selection of photos to choose from in here. So I think this is a great photo for me to use. Notice how this is horizontally oriented, which means it's going to fit well within that horizontal rectangle shape of the classic Facebook featured image. This one, if I were to use it, see how it's a vertical frame? If I were to put it into a post that had a horizontal orientation, I would have to only select part of the photo, right? So I could only get the bowl of avocado or the baby's sweet face, but not the whole picture. Same goes for this one, but this one might work because we could, have just kind of this middle section of the photo showing and it would work. So I'm going to go ahead and download this photo, and it's going down into my downloads folder, and here's the credit if I want to add photo credits on my website to this photographer. All right, so now I'm going to go over to Canva and I'm going to do create design, custom size, 1200 by 630. And I'm going to upload that picture into my system. It's going to take a moment to upload, and I can go ahead and name this after my blog post. So let's say, how to get a good latch is the topic of my post. Now it's loaded, and I'm just going to click and drag it, and it's going to automatically fill this. And then I'm going to click download, and JPEG, download, and it's going to go right into my downloads image, and now I can upload it as a featured image on my blog post. And so if you're using WordPress, that would go within the edit section of your post in the right hand column. Every blog platform has a different way to upload those images, so I'll share some links in the blog post on how exactly you find the right way to upload your image. All right, the other thing I want to show you is that you want to make sure that you enter your blog post into the Facebook debugger. So we're going to look for the Facebook debugger just by Googling it. There it is. And I'm going to pick just a random blog post from my site. Let's pick this one. And I'm going to paste the URL right in here and click debug. And I've already shared this post, so it recognized it right away. But if you have never shared this post, you're going to get a message first saying, hey, you've never shared this. Do you want me to fetch new information? You're going to say, yes, please. And then after a few moments, you're going to see pop up down below here, whatever featured image Facebook perceives is the right one to show for your blog post, as well as whatever you've set as the page title for your meta description. Now, if it doesn't show the right one, and often it doesn't, you're going to need to click scrape again. And sometimes you need to click scrape again more than a few times to convince Facebook to wake up and show the correct image. And that's just kind of normal practice. It's one of the quirks of the relationship between Facebook and your blog. So once you've confirmed that, you can then go ahead and share that post on Facebook. And be assured that your beautiful featured image will show both on your website to display the post. So here it shows on my main blog page. It also shows on the individual blog post page, as well as when I share it on social media. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for listening. If you need a free website consult, please go to my website, the website doula.com, and book today. Thank you.